I didn't want to have to do this today. I really did not want to get up and have to shoot a live feed this morning. But as I said, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days, plenty of time to get in touch with me. I recommented on their comments, but I got no response from the winners from the other day's giveaway. So I got my laptop here, getting ready to pull up a random comment generator. Let's see here. So I did not want to. It's a busy day, and I did not want to have to shoot this. Oh, there's no E, Mike. There's no E in the word random. Hang on. We're going to actually do this. 3 people here. Who's here? Random comment picker. Yeah, I've definitely had other things I wanted to do this morning besides this. I'm just, hey, Alex. Man, my eyes itch. I got allergies. Look how red my eyes are. That's what I was going to do. And make coffee. I know I pushed that button. So we have to re-pick. Where's everyone going? There's got to be something wrong with the tally, the clicker. Hang on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, those burn. No, I'm not. And now I have to take that down. What was that? Remove comment. So I have to repick. God damn, I was burned. I have to repick the winners, and that means I have to go in. So this is gonna take a couple minutes. Give me a second, guys, because I have to go in. I have to take down their comments. Let's find the Hiking with Viking giveaway. So I'm doing this all live. So there's only 2 people here, so I'm not sweating it. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Comments. I have to go down through here, I have to find their comments and remove them. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll leave them in, and if they get picked again, I'll just repick. That makes more sense. Let's just copy this. I don't want to keep you guys here forever. Well, there's only 2 of you. I don't know where everybody went. There was a handful of people. So, allow me to copy this. Close that. Close that. There we go, so that there's no thoughts that I'm going to do it illicitly. Paste that. Get comments. Should tell me I have like 34, 35. So if Tommy Brett or Sean Thomas get picked, we will pick again. Let's go ahead and do this. Start. So this is for the knife. Luke. Someone with just Luke. Well, that's not going to be difficult or fucking complicated to follow. Knife. Luke. That could be Luke, the member. So, another winner. This is for the kit. Fire starter kit. And it is, not even gonna try and pronounce that. Let me write this down, guys. Hang on a second. So those are the 2 winners. Ridwan Johan. Now here's the deal. If this is overseas, guys, I'm not shipping overseas. I can't afford it. I'm sorry. Times are really tight right now. So I should have said that before. Overseas, unless they're gonna pay shipping, which for a lot of this, most people aren't. Um, so I need to know, and then I'll just pick another person. I won't do a whole nother redraw like this. I'll just pick another random like this if they say that they're overseas. So Luke for the knife, and the kit is RIDHWAAN underscore. I don't think that's even an underscore. I think that's just JOGIAT. Perfect name if you've got dyslexia like I do. Great. Fucking great. Can I buy a vowel? I'm picking. So, yeah, those are the new winners. And then I have so many things that I want to do today, but I'll stay here with you guys for a little bit. Just close this. So those are the two new winners. Who's here? 2 people. This is sad. And if I can't get anything from these 2 winners, I'm just not doing it. I'll send the stuff back because I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of this giveaway. This giveaway has been the worst giveaway. Like, I can't give this shit away. Like, people just don't want it. Apparently. I mean, I love the shit, but, like, apparently I just can't give stuff away. So, if this doesn't work, I'll send the kit to somebody who can appreciate it. I know people that will appreciate it and stuff. So I'll pick somebody at random. I'll pick somebody I know, you know, not personally. I'll pick somebody out of the YouTube group because I'm just tired of rerunning this giveaway. This one's frustrating. I'm tired of rerunning stuff. I fucking 4 days to let me know that you're the person that won. I commented on their thing. Now, I had someone make a recommendation, and I'll tell you exactly why I can't do what they said. I had somebody recommend, well, if you do a giveaway, you should just have them put their address in their comment that you can say, I can't do that. That's considered doxing, and my whole channel will get taken down. That's the whole point of you have to email me after. So this is frustrating. It really is, guys. All I want to do is give this stuff away to someone. If this doesn't work, I'm sending it to a reviewer that can appreciate it. I'm not saying that you guys wouldn't appreciate it. I'm just saying it. I'm not rerunning this giveaway. I'll just get a hold of someone that I know can appreciate the kit and give it a good review and maybe do some publicity for the guys. So yeah, that I got to go to the vet and pick up my dog's medicine. I got to get a couple things. I have to go to the doctor, and then I have to come home and work out. I'm in a bad mood this morning too, so don't take this a little grain of salt. I'm in a bad mood, but like, I don't want to have to redo this again. So hopefully these guys, now I need to go in and take down the other comments that I made. Let's go here. But I'm trying to do 2 things at once, guys. But yeah, that's it. Luke and Ridhwan Jogayat, you won. And I'm gonna go in and let you know in the comments. So let's see here. Somebody told me the other day, they made a comment. I took it down because I actually blocked them because they had made a bunch of other comments, but they're like, they were basically going along saying, what's this comment? Probably not get a second chance. Okay, yeah, so everybody was cool with the redraw. Your best bet to send it to me. The final edge is done on a power strop. I have a leather power strop for that. That's about the best way to touch those up. Like, you're gonna ruin stones if you try and sharpen it. There's a couple reasons. Let me explain why. That blade is not gonna be completely flat. With it being a big chisel like that, the platen has got a low spot. You put it on a stone, you're gonna find that it's like trying to flatten a used stone because you're not just sharpening a thing. It's going to have a low spot in it, or a high spot in the middle, I mean, because there's always a low spot in the platen. There always is. And so on a larger knife, it doesn't matter because you're moving it up and down, and it does, you know, you pass it, but that winds up sitting right in the low spot, which gives that blade a high spot. It's really hard to avoid that with those chisel grounds. So I don't have a problem if I can touching it up on the fucking belt for you. You just got to pay round trip shipping. If I can get to the shop. Oh yeah. So what we're doing, I've got to take down videos. Who else here now? I got a lot of subscribers here recently. Oh, Olamic Whippersnapper video goes up at noon today, guys. While I've got you all here, I figured I'd just go ahead and tell you. Videos. Hiking with the Viking giveaway. Comments. Comments I haven't responded to. No, I want comments I have responded to. Filter. Oh, come on now. Search. Tommy. Tommy Brett. We're going to take this comment down. Delete. So yeah, I'm like I said, Ridhuan, Luke and Ridhuan, you guys aren't going to be able to read it, it's in verse here. Take that comment. Everybody on this seemed kind of ready to do this. Search Sean Thomas. And let's take down this comment that says that they won. Delete. Yeah, guys, that's it. This is just to announce new giveaway winners. I'm going to find these people here and let them know that they won. And then they have, if I don't hear from anybody, if I don't hear anything by Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days, if I don't hear anything by Friday, I'm just taking down the giveaway video and I'll either send the stuff back to David or I'll give it away to someone. I'll just pick someone and I won't even announce it. I'm tired of this. I'm done with this giveaway. Like, this is taken so much. This is the knife and the, this is that knife and the fire starter kit. The giveaway I've been trying to do. Luigi finally logged in. Hi, Luigi. Thanks for supporting the channel. Luigi's the newest member, and you can see by his little green badge. Yeah, so I'm trying to give away the knife and the fire kit, and I picked the 2 new winners. And if I don't hear anything by Friday, I'm just not even going to do another video. I'll just find someone and give it away. I'll give it to my fucking neighbor. I'm done with this giveaway. I'm entirely tired of this giveaway. If that's the way the rest of the giveaways are going, I got boxes full of stuff to give away, guys, that has been donated to the channel that I was planning on doing giveaways. I'll just fucking stop. I'll just stop and I'll do the giveaways just for the premium folks. I'll just do a fucking thing, and I know I can get a hold of them. Ridiculous. Yeah, I gotta go to the doctor today too. I get a doctor and the vet. I ate allergy medicine. My allergies are killing me, and my eyes are not as red, but they still hurt. So let's see. Let's search for, so that you guys can see I'm doing this, so that there's no thoughts impropriety. Let's look up Luke, L-U-K-E. Done and done. So Luke is the member, Luke. I just talked to him. He won. I can get a hold of him. Let's reply. You won the knife. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. When my mom got this computer for me, I told her, I was like, I don't know. And I got this is the most handy device because you can customize your like all your stuff here, like all the stuff you want to do here. Now let's find, search for, search. Okay, how do I spell it? RIDHWAAN. Done. Reply, you won the fire kit. Email me. Gun. Monkey. See, look at this. This comes in handy. There we go. ASAP. I'd put an F in there, but we all know what that means, and I don't want to offend anyone. Reply. So, well, that's done. That's done, and then I do have to wait. I mean, they don't even open for another hour at the veterinary clinic, and I have to stop at the Japanese market. I got my full face respirator and everything now. So somebody was saying that allergy drops stink. These are not regular allergy. These are Japanese eye fatigue, eye redness. These are great, but it's like putting a breath mint in your eye. They're menthol. They really are a menthol, but it's really cooling. But my eyes, I have two kinds of these, and I think that these ones don't work quite as well as the others. I was hoping Luke would log in. Did I show you guys what the members paid for? There's two things that got purchased with membership money already. That mouse for my Apple MacBook. And a new top for the canopy. All it was the top, just the very top. So that's what got purchased. Oh, I know you guys, some of you guys have seen me doing sous vide stuff. That torch that I purchased, it's called a Searsall. I do not recommend it. I'm taking it back today. I told the guy, I had him do a return. He said, oh, I'm sorry, it didn't work. The actual propane torch that it attaches to, if you guys know what I'm talking about, it works great. So I'm keeping that. He told me to go ahead and keep whatever I wanted, but if the torch head attachment, it's called here, I'll show you. I'll go get it. We'll do this really right now. I already, it's at the beginning. You'll have to go back and watch. I'm not going back through that. It was Luke, who's one of the members, and then a guy named Ridwan, I think. Hang on, here we go. I'll show you exactly why it's going back. I need to pull it out anyway. It's gotta go today. So he sent me a returns authorization through Amazon. I think he's gonna, I told him not to worry about it. It's not, he sounded really disappointed. And I said, no, it's okay, because we started talking after this. I found out who it is. They wanted to remain nameless. This is a Searsall. And the problem with it is, so it worked really great at first, or so I thought. But you have to take this torch, right? And it's got these screens. I'll show you exactly what it does. It's got these screens on it. And so what it does is it diffuses all of the heat. Well, the problem is that hang on, let's turn this. Can you see how they bowed like that where the heat was? Well, the inner one and the outer one, there's two screens in there. But you have to do what they call seasoning it. And you just take this thing and you hold it and let this get real hot for like 2 minutes with it facing straight down so it has a limited amount of oxygen. You can see already what the problem is. That's oxidation off of these screens, and it gets all over your food. And so here, let's use my handy dandy attachment magnet. I use this when I do sous vide. I put it in the pan. Let's get a small baggie. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We got a small baggie. My cabinet doors are still at Nico's because we did not get them done before the apocalypse. So now we got a magnet. Watch this. Can you hear it? That's all metal that would get in my food by using this torch. So it's going back. I don't like the idea of metal shavings in my food. So it's going back to Amazon. And I mean, it's a lot. It's not even a little. It's all over everything. Let me see if I can show you. Like, that was just... Let's see if I can show you how much of it actually is coming off. So every time, the second you set it down, you wind up with, like... That's a lot of metal, guys. Searsall, do not recommend. Now, apparently, somebody said these were old stock. Let's see here. How much metal? Look at that. Look at how much metal I just picked up out of my sink off of that torch. So, yeah. Not using that on my family's food, guys. Do not recommend it. It worked really great the first time. I did not notice the metal until I used it to sear the top of eggs while they were in the pan. I like sunny side up, but I don't like the runny yolk, and so I was using the torch around it, and I was like, what is all that stuff? And ruined 2 eggs. And I don't know how hard eggs are to find where you guys are at, but eggs are one of those limited purchase items, and ruining 2 of them was not something I had wanted to do. So yeah, it was... I'm pretty disappointed in something that got reviewed really well on a lot of other channels. Now, I did talk to a couple people, and like I said, somebody told me they were old stock that these guys were selling off, that the new ones have got different kinds of screens. But I then went and looked at reviews of the newer ones, and no one really likes this thing. The screens burn out, like they basically melt holes in the screens. They don't last as long as I think they should. They make a mess. And I just don't like the idea of eating metal slivers, you know? Those weren't like powder. Those weren't like what you get off of a grinder, which I get in my face and shit all the time when I make knives, but yeah. It's everywhere now. It's all over my fucking counter again. And it rusts in the sink. So yeah, the Searsall by... I was going to do a full review of this. It's Booker and Andax. Cannot recommend it. And based on the other comments that I saw on Amazon, a lot of other people can't recommend it either. Somebody had alluded to that might be a knockoff. I don't think it is. I was looking at everything real close. There was only... God damn, it's everywhere. It's all over my counter. It's all over my laptop. Just from that little bit, it's all over everything. It's on my mouse. It sheds that oxide. It's forge scale is what it is. It's forge scale, and it's coming off and it's in your food. Little iron never hurt anyone. Yeah. So I'm just gonna use I actually, the other day when I did steaks, I was fucking around with that thing, and I was like, dude, this doesn't want to sear like the torch. And I took the head off, and I was using just the actual torch, the big Bernzomatic TS8000 torch. Way faster at searing, and didn't. So when you're using that, it goes slow and it doesn't sear as quick, and so you wind up with more heat transferred into your steak. I like medium rare steak. I like rare steak actually, but medium rare is as close as I can get it in this house with my wife and kid, because they don't like medium, they don't like rare. And so I was trying just to get a good sear on it, and my steak came out almost medium well because it took so long and I was putting so much heat on it when I could have just used the torch itself and just blasted it, got that crust, and been done. So I did some experimenting with it. Just had to be real careful not to get the torch taste, like to get too close and then you get that torched taste. My wife threw trash out last night. I gotta put trash in the trash can. Oh, it's chilly this morning. Feels good. Oh, this reminds me of mornings back home in Ohio. Hear the doves cooing and just a little bit of chill in the air. It's nice. My wife throws the trash out here in the yard, and I keep telling her, I was like, we've got skunks in this neighborhood. They're gonna start getting into our stuff. Skunks and raccoons. Oh yeah, you can see. I used it out here. Look, the stuff's all over. I have to clean all this up before. Oh wow. Holy cow. That's not for sharpening, guys. That's all from that torch. I did the searing right here. I didn't even notice that. All right, well, we'll just use this from now on. That's fine. I'm getting ready to, I've been trying to get stuff moved around and cleaned up. I got to get a pressure washer. I'm going to try, and as soon as I fix the fucking stucco on my house, this HOA, as soon as they do that, I'm going to paint that concrete slab, and I'm going to take out all the old fake carpet that I put in there. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may try and resod it again. I haven't decided, but I'm going to tear all that fucking old fake carpet, the outdoor mat that I had put down, like the AstroTurf, that is just, I bought cheap, and it's been several years, and it's just coming apart. I need to just pull it all out and put some weed matting down, and I think I might just put some weed matting down and just put like an inch or two of gravel on top. And then I don't have to worry about it. But I know it looks like a mess out there, but that's another point of contention and complaint that I have with our HOA. There's a weed, every time I clean up out there, like the next day, they'll fucking sweep everything up and they'll blow all kinds of shit around with a weed fucking leaf blower and blow it right under my gate into my yard. And then I just basically gave up on keeping it clean out there. I don't fucking care. Like, I can't keep it clean because every time I start, those fools come around and fucking blow shit in my yard with a goddamn leaf blower. It's impossible, and they do it like 3 days a week. I'm like, I'm not cleaning that patio 3 days a week. We're basically just hanging around while I drink coffee. So, I will get a hold of Luke. I talked to him about his knife. You're going to see Luke's knife in a video. Luke sent me a knife. Week or so ago. I sent it. He's already got it back. It was, if you're a member, you already saw the video about the Damascus and the issues with it. So you'll see why I don't like or think that dragon scale Damascus should be used in a knife. It's not the right kind of Damascus. I don't like Damascus steel at all anyway. Now, having made it, having sharpened a lot of it, or having made a knife out of it, having sharpened a lot of it, there's just, it's, now that I've made knives and stuff. So, oh, guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. I posted up the video or the pictures of the production versions of this knife. The handles are definitely different. The handle comes back further on this, mostly because I didn't have enough handle material. Doing the write-up for what? I don't know what you're talking about. Was that Drew? Drew. Me neither. Instagram makes me smile every day. Here's the thing. I used to try and keep my Instagram clean and fucking uh, and keep it to just knife stuff. But I don't have enough knife stuff coming in, and the fact is that like I don't get that much business from Instagram. I get most of my business here from YouTube. So I was like, screw it. You know what? Let's make my Instagram fun. So my Instagram's a lot of fun. I try to find stuff, and Jim Skelton fucking I basically have given him free carte blanche to steal anything he wants to repost because we share kind of the same goofy, weird sense of humor. And so I've sent him some stuff. One time he was like, "Where the fuck do you find this shit?" I was like, Jim, I told him this. I talked to him on the phone. I was like, Jim, if the internet is your living room, where I internet is the corner back in the back, where you've got the big sectional, and you know you're not moving that thing ever or very often at all to clean because it's just a pain in the ass. That's where I internet. And he's like, why would you make that analogy? And I was like, Jim, I sent him a picture. I was like, Jim, I'm not moving that fucking thing. That corner back there, it's the dirtiest part of the fucking house. That and behind this heavy ass bookcase. And maybe the china cabinet. We have more stuff than we're supposed to, like that. We have way more stuff than we should in this house, but my wife is amazingly good at organizing and utilizing all the space so it looks cluttered and stuff like that. But that's all stuff. It's all stuff that we have to have. It's my daughter's stuff for skating. It's fucking stuff that, you know, we got to have around. And my wife has managed to take this house and keep it livable with all the crap that we keep having to accumulate for all this stuff. Like my daughter's skating training stuff, she has an entire set of drawers that is just like leg weights and fucking knee braces and different types of socks for training. And she's got this thing that she slides on. It's a board, it's a slider board. And my wife keeps all that stuff put away in this house. But the fact is, a lot of this stuff that we have that's excess, like a china cabinet and the fucking extra shelves and shit, it's all stuff that was supposed to go to this house that we were moving to before we bought this place that was a fair bit bigger. And then we couldn't get we got our offer approved, but they had a second mortgage. And so the prime lender in a second just could not agree. And so we got screwed out. And by the time they came to some sort of conclusion and we couldn't pick another house because we had an accepted offer, we were just waiting, we got priced out of the market. We could no longer afford a house there we were going to get the house there for what we paid for this one. And now we paid almost $300,000 for this house. That house is worth almost $6. So I would have fucking had a really good return on investment because we were going to pay less for that really big house new than we paid for this one. But the market shifted and they couldn't come to a decision. We had an offer that was accepted and we kept getting told it was going to be fine. And then they basically just told the owner, all right, we'll give you a mortgage. We'll basically give you we'll change your rate, your interest, we'll basically change your payment structure so that they could stay. And I was like, great. So after a year, we're priced out of the market. And now I can't fucking even afford a house. So we kept renting this place. And then the landlord was like, I want to sell it. And I was like, fuck it, we'll buy it. Because I don't know if you've ever tried to move in San Diego. Jesus Christ, it's a pain in the fucking ass, and it's expensive. It's just cheaper to buy this place and stay here. I'm pretty upset though that my fucking she needed to sell it because our rent was less than the mortgage. I guarantee it because I know that my rent was less than what I pay now owning it. But I get to write off my interest at the end of the year on my taxes. So, but yeah, I did not want to stay in this house. And it's got issues. I've got to fucking call my home insurance as soon as I can get somebody out. This window here leaked and now my counter, I just discovered it the other day. I've got to talk to him. My counter is fucking falling apart and that window is about to fall out of its frame because that last big storm we had, it broke the seal at the bottom of the window and the water started getting in. And I don't know how. the entire seal across the bottom got cracked. Got stuff going on at home too in Ohio. Apparently somebody decided that they took issue with something that my family has done and decided to vandalize a water tank. I had my mother make a police report. I told her she's going to get a security system. She doesn't have an option. And if it continues, I will fucking bundle myself up, pack my shit up, and I will head to Ohio, because I'm not going to put up with my fucking damn near 80-year-old mother having to deal with the fact that somebody decided to vandalize her water tank outside. And it's somebody that knows where it's at, because that tank is in the ground. And there's only a handful of people that know it's there. I know it's there. My dad does, because he installed it. The gentleman that helped him install it. The fucking neighbor down the road that was drinking beer while they installed it. And a few other select individuals. So my suspect pool is a limited thing. And if I have to come out there, it's going to be ugly. Oh, coffee. Yeah, now I feel better. I had coffee. Guys, so hopefully the rest of this fucking giveaway works out well. I still haven't shot the video about this, because I wanted to see if there was a way I could capture the audio for you on these, and there's not really a good way to do it. So you're just gonna have to suffice to say that I'm really impressed with these headphones, especially the price point that the guy sent me. And I will be doing that video so that he can, when he builds his direct sales website, he can add this and do whatever he wants with that video. But I will be doing the video on the channel, and then he can just, I told him, I was like, either you can link it, I was like, or if need be, I can send you via Dropbox. I can send you the full video via Dropbox, so that you can just post it up on your channel. He told me, he's like, I'm not even close. He's like, I got another couple months before he's even ready to start doing that. And then he's going to have his direct sales website up. And I told him, he's like, yeah, I don't want, he said he didn't want to do an actual, like, hey, this is the website and stuff. He's going to build it organically and just link that video. So I don't know how soon that's going to happen, but I will shoot that video. Because this thing is, he said he doesn't have to rush, because he still does have the ability, because he has an Amazon storefront, so he can do it there. He just wants to, bring it all in-house. So he was talking also about having like an actual physical storefront. And I told him, I was like, at this point, that's what you're thinking? I mean, I know I'm not like a business guru, but at this point in time, I don't see a storefront, like a physical storefront, being a great option for any business right now. I mean, I think we're going to see a complete shift in how things are done, like businesses and things like that. Do we have to have a big fucking office building where everybody works together, where we're paying for them to be here, and we're paying for their air conditioning, and we're paying electricity, and we're paying for water, and we're paying for their toiletries, and we give them a paid 30-minute break for them to eat lunch in a break room that we provide a refrigerator and a microwave and things like that? Or do we get like one of these places that has like an office suite that you can rent for a period of time if we need to have a face-to-face conference, like a conference room? We just rent a conference room. Like you guys have seen them. They have commercials for them, like people that have just an office and it's a phone number, so those people could work at home, and the executives could use one of those office suites on a day-to-day basis as they need to. I think we're going to see a big shift in that. I think that that business model of, oh, I have to have all my employees here so I can watch them. Well, if your business is still doing good and you're not paying for any of those things, why the fuck would you continue? Lower your overhead. You can pay your employees more. You can probably be more productive. I got news for you. If I had an office job, because I've done it, I've worked from home when I worked for the government. When I worked for Lockheed Martin, I did a lot of work from home. I'm much more comfortable doing it that way and getting things done than being in an office scenario where there's somebody distracting me and looking over my shoulder and stuff like that. I feel less anxious about that. I always did when I worked for Lockheed Martin, when I worked for the government. Leave me the fuck alone. I'll get my job done. I don't need you hovering over me. And so what you do is if you have employees that are not producing while they're at home, you're like, look, here's the deal. Step it up or step it out. This is your one warning. Either keep up with what you were doing. If you need, some people need more carrot, some people need more stick. But you know, if you got employees that can't work from home reliably, you get rid of those employees. Why? I've said that for years. It's like, why do companies have such big like office buildings and stuff like that when they really don't need it? Virtual teleconference. I mean, how effective is this? Virtual teleconference. We used to do them all the time in the military. VTCs, video teleconference. How much money that saves everybody because the fucking members of like, say, I mean, we did them all the time because you had to have the meeting of the minds. Okay, the base commanders from here, the base commanders from here, the base commanders from here. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna fucking have a guy drive? Because he's not driving himself. He has a driver. You're gonna have the duty driver drive him all the way from Lemoore to San Diego for a meeting. That's a fucking 4.5, 5 hour drive, and then turn around and drive him back, and you're paying for gas and the vehicle and all that. Why? Same with modern business. I think that this is really going to wake. There's going to be a lot of companies that go, why are we paying an office manager to walk around an office when we are, no joke, there's a lot of companies that are seeing unprecedented increases in their fucking productivity because their employees are working from home. The worst part about having a job is fucking going to work. If you can work from home, I heard a weird noise out there. If you can work from home effectively, why not? Why not? The hell is that noise? So let's take a look and see what's going on in the neighborhood. I didn't check my mail last night. Let's go check my mail. I'm expecting a couple packages. I have a package to go out to Magnolia, Texas, to one of the members. That's a beautiful morning out here. Beautiful morning. Let's check my mailbox, see if I got that package. My eyes hurt. I got nothing. That's 2 days in a row I haven't gotten anything in the mail. I wonder if my mailman's not coming. But, so yeah, just basically I'm killing time to go to the vet. I'm getting ready to leave here in a few minutes. I gotta go get the dog, take the dog for a walk. If I had a reliable mount in the wife's car, my car's in the shop, by the way. I gotta call them. So I have to drive the wife's car today. There's only one car in the garage right now. Ever show you guys my garage? Fairly well organized for the amount of stuff that we have in here. See what I'm saying? My wife and I built these shelves. I still have a child seat. I need to get rid of that. Some of this stuff just needs to go. There's stuff up there that hasn't been used in years. And then this was my wife's Christmas present. I put all new lights in the garage and hooked them to the switch so that she had light out here in the garage, which surprisingly was cheap. Those lights, I mean, I already had the wiring was already set. All I had to do was connect them. And so I bought those lights, and it was, I want to say they were like 20 or 30 bucks each. Not bad. It's the same light that I have that hangs in my, under my canopy. Same light. And so I put those in, and I just hardwired them, as opposed to, so I just pulled the plugs off, and I hardwired them. I used a heat shrink solder. I don't know if you've ever seen those. I've seen them on Instagram. I've used those for years. It's a heat shrink thing with a piece of solder in the middle, and you just run the 2 wires in, and you hit it with a torch, and it melts the solder and seals the heat sink, the heat shrink on it. Those things are cool. If you have seen those on Instagram, I wouldn't get them from Instagram. I would go find something comparable. I've got a bag of those that I've had for years. I have some small ones. I have some big ones. Those are fucking great, especially if you have to hardware. I used them when I did the bathroom light. I did a bathroom light too. Let's go look. Actually, no, we're not going to go in there. But I put a new light in the bathroom above, and I hardwired it in. Oh, so a couple of guys were asking like what I use for my home gym, my workout. So I have the Nautilus adjustable weights, and I have all my MMA stuff I do use this for that, but like I have some other weights, but most of it is push-ups, pull-ups on these adjustable rings that they're like the TRX system. And so I can do the equivalent to a pull-up with it here. I just put my feet out and I bend like I bend over like this, and I pull myself straight forward and up. And then when I drop it down to here, then I can get into the rings like this and simulate a push-up, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't do damage to my joints. So I just do more. So if you saw the workout yesterday, all the push-ups and everything to failure, I did a lot more than I could if I was doing like actual push-ups. I did like 25 or 30 per set in the variance. And you can simulate pretty much any push-up in those rings. You can do a straight, you can do a wide, and you can do stuff you can't do with a regular push-up. Like I can do an actual fly push-up. So come out wide and then bring it up to the front. I'm so sore. For the declines, just lean into it and you just bow your back, and you basically do the push-up with your arms up. Diamonds, you just bring the rings in the front and hold on to them like this and do your diamond push-ups. So you can simulate any of the push-ups. Even dive bombers. You come in and you just use the rings and you just swing yourself out, and it really works your stabilizer muscles. So that's how I'm doing my workouts. Today is an all cardio day. So I will figure a way to get it posted up. And what I'm going to do is I'll just put up, I wrote down my Monday workout and I'll post that in the community tab. I don't know what time, but just so you guys can see what my workouts are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's a fourth, and he's an asshole and we don't like him. It's Whiskey Mike. Whiskey Mike goes out, does stupid shit, comes back, does something dumb, then leaves me hanging, holding the bag, having to explain to my wife. Well, yeah, I do understand that, there's a big turd in the kitchen sink, but that doesn't mean I did it. Oh, I'm so sore. So, yeah, it's almost 8:30. I'm gonna get dressed, go to the veterinary clinic, pick up my dog's medicine, and go pick my stuff up. And then, Jesus Christ, that fucking metal dust is all over this. Do not recommend the Searsol. I cannot. It's everywhere. Fucking everywhere. The thing you gotta be careful of, if you've got anything that's got a speaker, this was such a pain. I had it in here and I got it all over the speaker of this. It was sitting on the grate. Luckily this grate's small. You know how hard it is to fucking clean that shit off? So like, it sticks to anything that is electronic and has magnets and speakers and shit. So that Searsol, not a good look. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. So, I mean, it's a good idea. It's like having a handheld broiler. I think I'm gonna have one more cup of coffee and then I'm going. That doesn't mean I'm gonna have one more cup of coffee with you. I've got to get ready. I got a movie that you're on my coffee. So, but I'll stick around for a little bit. Yeah, those. I was hoping. What I was really hoping was that the new winners would log in. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stick around for a little bit. I'm just basically killing time. Like I said, the vet clinic doesn't open till like 9, and there still is rush hour traffic. There's still people working. Things are starting to open up a little more out here in California, but people are like, "Oh, how's life out in that communist state of California?" I was like, you know what? Of all the places, California has been really, really cool about this. Most of this, with the exception of like specific business models, like gyms, where close contact, any place where it's like close contact that is not essential. Like, I got news for you. Like, I've lost since the beginning of the quarantine, I've lost since the beginning of my quarantine, so a little over a month, I've lost like 10 pounds. And I've gotten into way better shape because, like I said, I'm not gonna say I was like hard working out before, but I was working out. I was lifting weights and stuff just to keep from being bored, and I did not want to lose what I had gotten by doing construction and stuff like that. Guys, I did body weight exercise training for years. That's what you do in the military. Push-ups and sit-ups, push-ups and sit-ups. And I was in stellar shape. I was in incredible shape. I was fit as fuck. Push-ups, sit-ups, body weight squats, and roll and run. So resistance, push-ups or resistance, squats, body weight squats, maybe a weighted vest if you can get it. If not, a fucking holding a couple milk jugs, a gallon jug of water, ghetto style fucking working out. Very little to no weights involved, and I was in stellar shape. There are workouts that are just based around just push-ups. Yeah, milk jugs. I did curls with milk jugs. Just fill them with water. A gallon jug of water. The best were the big gallon jugs with the handles on top. The the plastic, or not plastic, but the like the it was almost like rolled up saran wrap that was taped on it. Use those for curls, and you drink the water. You buy 2 of those, 4 of those. Gallon of water is heavy. A 5 gallon bucket full of sand with the rolling handles, a 5 gallon like Homer's pail. Fill that with sand. When you get to the point where that's not heavy enough, start adding a little bit of water. You get monkey strong. You get like fucking primate strong doing shit like that. Like above the average human strong. I have a buddy named Lou that would do that. He'd fucking get the water. He'd get a fucking 5 gallon. He'd get a 5 gallon bucket. He'd fill it with sand, and he'd grab hold of it. He'd just do like kettlebell workouts and shit with it. And when he got to the point that that was too easy, he started adding water. And when that got to the point, I was like, Jesus Christ, you ever pick up a fucking 5 gallon jug that's full of sand? It's heavy. Start adding water to it because you can add a lot of water to it. There's a lot of space in that sand. Yeah, he was in fucking crazy shape. So, yeah, you can get into really good shape with silly stuff. You don't need to go to a gym. That's why I was like, yeah, I get it that that's those people's business, but there in no way, shape, or form is that essential. There is no way, shape, or form that going to a gym is essential for your fitness. I'm in better shape now than I was when we started, and I haven't went to a gym once. So I disagree with that. I think that, yes, I do understand wholeheartedly that they are afraid they're going to lose their entire existence. I do understand that, but a lot of this is preventative measure because people do study what happened with the 1918 Spanish flu, which actually started in the fall of 1916 or the spring of 1917, and then in the fall of 1917 into the winter of 1918, it came back. So what happened was that they had a disease a lot like this, very low mortality rates, fatality rates. They were like 4% when it first broke out. So there was 2 outbreaks of the Spanish flu. The first one was it was simple like this, really low fatality rates, high infection rates, but then it mutated. And in the spring or fall of 1917, 18, That's when it came back. And that's the one that we remember. That's the one that killed so many millions and millions of people because of that mutation. It had 2 outbreaks. One that was insignificant and very low on fatality rates. Then there was a mutation. There was a huge high fatality rate. And somebody just logged in. That was Shadow. Hey, Shadow. So that fatality rate skyrocketed. And people study this. And everybody's like, this has never happened again. I was like, really? Go back and look at 1918. 1918, you look at pictures. 1918, everyone was wearing a mask. Everyone was quarantined. The people that are screaming and hollering the most about this are people that I wouldn't expect to honestly. But they are. And I'm like, look, here's the thing. This is going to be a shift for the rest of our lives, at least, probably our children's lives. I mean, how many of us were around in 1918? That's why it's been forgotten. And then it normalized again. And then that was a big shift. It's a big shift. And then things normalized, and now here we are again. Big shift. My daughter's gonna remember this. Her friends are gonna remember this. Her kids aren't gonna remember this. They'll hear stories about it, just like I did when I was a kid, hearing the stories about the Spanish flu from my grandparents. It's just the cycle, the way that the cycle of society. The government is doing exactly what the government did in 1918. Spanish flu came out of, second, and it came out of China. And if you don't believe me, you can go look it up. Spanish flu originated in China. Not trying to say that it's fucking just like this, but it originated in China. It wasn't that bad. It didn't cause a lot of deaths. There was a whole bunch of Chinese workers that were traveling across Europe from China during the time of the Great War of World War I, exposing all these people to this. Then when the war let out, everybody went home. Then there was the mass mutation and everyone started dying because they had taken it to all corners of the earth. That's how things like that get spread. So these Chinese workers that were going to England were traveling through all these military camps, exposing all these people from all these countries all over the world for them to then go home and pass it on. It's just how it works. Social norms are always fluxing. People are like, this is unprecedented, this is unheard of. And I was like, no, it's not. It's happened several times in recorded history. Several. Spanish flu being the most recent. There's been so many other things that have led to almost exactly the same thing being done. Yes, dog, I know you need to go out. As soon as I finish this coffee, I'm gonna take you out and then I'm going to the doctor. Fuck. What's everybody else got going on today in these last couple minutes? Well, it's been 58 minutes. I intended only to have this be a couple minutes. I just picked new winners. Luke and Ridwan Yoga. And if I don't hear anything, what was that? No, and if I don't hear anything from these guys by Friday, I mean, I know Luke will contact me. If I don't hear anything from these guys by Friday, if I don't hear anything from them by Friday, I'm just going to give it to someone else. I'll just give it to someone. I'll just pick someone and send it to them. Somebody I know that tips on Sharpen 20 CV. Yeah, be patient. It's going to be the longest if you've never sharpened 20 CV, M390, 204P. Any of those super high wear resistant steels. Spend twice as much time as you normally would. Just take your time. Just make sure that you're getting all of it perfect. Just take your time. It takes patience. If you don't have aggressive stones, it's going to take you longer. I'm actually Yep, later Shadow. I'm actually going to reshoot. I've watched and edited the first video of the sharpening tutorial. I'm going to reshoot it. I may do it today. I'm not happy with it. One, the audio is really, really bad. I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe I had this connected. That does do it sometimes. If this was connected and it was using this mic, but the audio is really, really distant. It sounds like I'm for several of the entire segments that I had shot, talking about like what kind of sharpening you decide you want to do. Like it was really like I was in a barrel. Remember the video Nico did when he was in his paint booth and it sounded so tinny and echoey and distant? The one that I put up. It was like that, but like more so. Like I was really far away. It was almost like I was talking down into a barrel. Like it sounded a lot like that actually. Oh, you're talking like this. That's what it sounded like. And I was like, what the fuck happened with the audio? So either I had a Bluetooth device that was connected that had a microphone that was trying to pick it up, or possibility that in sharpening or something like that, I had gotten water into the microphone port on my phone. Which is a possibility. It happens from time to time. My phone is waterproof. I take it in the shower. I watch YouTube videos in the shower, up in the upper corner. While I'm taking a shower, I watch live PD, or listen to Simon Whistler's biography channel, like his YouTube videos. I'll listen to those. Simon Whistler does a top 10s list, but he also then does a channel called Biography, or Biographically, I think is what it's called. And I love just listening to like him talk about history and things like that. As a matter of fact, one of the best videos I've seen about the Spanish flu was by Simon Whistler, and he talks about all the stuff that I was talking about that I already knew about, like how it started, how it had two things, had two waves that it came in. So all of that stuff, that's where I spend my free time, is listening to that stuff, because I don't have to watch it. You know, if I'm doing something, I just have my phone sitting in the corner and playing, and I can listen to it on headphones. That chapter too. That's another one. That chapter. That's another channel that I watch constantly. He does studies in crime, unsolved crimes, and weird crimes, and just off the wall stuff. His videos are a little bit longer though. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get off here, take the dog for a walk, and then I gotta go. To the winners, you got till Friday. I have sent messages. Luke, I'm gonna email Luke. I know that the knife is definitely gonna go. If the worst case scenario, if I can't get a hold of this guy, I'll just give Luke both of them. He's a paying member. I'll just be like, hey, you know what? You want them both. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm sick and tired of this giveaway. And I'm not doing another giveaway until this one's done. I have to get this stuff out. I have another Fiberlights Firestarter kit. I'm gonna talk to the guys and be like, look, I know we talked about it, but I'm gonna do that. It's probably an Instagram giveaway. Because giveaways have not been going well. I'm like, dude, I just wanna give someone something for free. The next giveaway is gonna be that 511 that's open for everybody. Actually, no, it's gonna be that QSP Penguin. I'm gonna give away that QSP Penguin, the one with linen, as opposed to the jeans one is mine, and mainly because I've used the fuck out of it. It's in the pocket of my jeans that I took off last night. Protein powder. So yeah, I'm definitely giving away that next. Hopefully, I wanted to do it this week, but here we are Tuesday, and I'm still dicking around with last week's giveaway. So, as with all the giveaways, it's going to be US only. I'm going to go ahead and start putting that in a thing. I just can't do the international. It takes so much time, and there's a good chance it's not going to make it. Like, okay, so Taz won that roller lock knife months and months and months ago. I sent it off to him. He sent me his address in Tasmania. Just a couple weeks ago, shows back up at my place, unable to deliver. It was turned around by customs in fucking Tasmania. And I'm like the Australian customs, well, at least they send their shit back. If you send a flipper knife to Canada, you just don't ever see it again. Customs is like, nope. So I've got to get a hold of this gentleman. I sharpened a Strider for him and sent it to Canada. I tightened the pivot way down, so there was no chance that you could flip it. No chance it would snap. So, because that's their thing too. If it can be deployed with a wrist or a thumb stud flip, like I do with my, like you do with a fucking Sebenza, like hit the thumb studs and snap it open, that's considered, that falls under their new auto knife fucking thing. No assisted knives. So basically, your best bet is if the person you're sending a knife to is a hobbyist enough that they can put their knife together, you send the knife in pieces. So yeah, if I could tell you, it's back here, that CRKT roller lock that I gave away months ago. It showed up. It was in like customs holding house or some shit for months, and then came back to me, returned to sender. So I told him, I was like, dude, I'm sorry, bro. Like I'm just not sending knives nowhere in Europe. Basically, like it's just, I'm not doing overseas anymore. It's just because of pain in the ass. I was thinking about that after I said it. I was like, oh, if it's overseas, you'll have to pay the shipping. At this point, no, I'm just gonna do US based. So if you're, except for the high end stuff, like the stonefish that I'm gonna be giving away, the stonefish, so I got the stonefish, I got that rangefinder, I have a $500 custom knife, that probably won't. Stonefish, I could probably get away with sending it fixed blade. But yeah, I've got some stuff. I've got some stones I'm gonna give away. I have some Vinev diamond stones that I'm gonna do a giveaway on that are ones that I don't use anymore. They're the full-size ones. I'll get them cleaned up. I used them until I got the matrix stones, but I didn't use them much. I like these little square ones, so I will be giving away those Vinev diamond stones after I get them all cleaned up and flat, because they're basically brand new. I have boxes of like swag stuff to just give away knives. I've had people sending me stuff. I've got 2 big boxes full of knives just for giveaway. Like I could give away 3 knives at a time and still have months worth of giveaways. It was stuff that I was trying to sell as mystery boxes and nobody bit. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll just do them as a giveaway. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I got to get dressed. I got to go. I love y'all. I'll talk to you. My guts are screwed up, guys. Sorry if there's any ladies here. So, yeah. Keep your eyes open. The video is, yeah, I'm not even gonna do it anymore. It's just pain. I sent one to Canada. I don't know if the guy ever got it. So, that's the problem. So it's just US based. We're just gonna stick with US based giveaways. All right, guys, love y'all. Gotta get dressed, gotta go to the vet and pick some medicine and stuff up. I will talk to y'all later. Take it easy. I love y'all, and I'll see you next video. There's the button.